fantastic tag battle that puts Joey Rossi and Bearcat Brown in the ring against Chris Gallagher and Don Kent. They have as their manager Jimmy Kent, the manager of Don Kent and Chris Gallagher. This is a grudge battle that grew out of a match that I saw take place on television recently. It was an unscheduled match in which Chris Gallagher came out. He interrupted me during my commentary and challenged Joey Rossi to a match. He baited Joey Rossi and insulted him until finally Joey jumped into the ring. Chris Gallagher jumped in with him. It was an unscheduled match. They chased the other men out of the ring and went at it tooth and toenail. Joey Rossi was getting the best of him. He had him caught in the sleeper hold. Don Kent came rushing to the ring, and the two of them proceeded to beat up on Joey Rossi. Then, out of nowhere, Jimmy Kent came rushing to the ring. I thought he was coming to Joey's rescue, but he jumped in and sided with Don Kent and Chris Gallagher. The three of them then began to pound on Joey Rossi. Several wrestlers came to the ring trying to get things squared away. Finally, Bearcat Brown came in. They got hot. They cleared the ring right quick of Chris Gallagher and Don Kent and Jimmy Kent, but they demanded a match. In fact, the promoters insisted that this match be signed and booked, and we're watching it right now. It's been going on for several minutes. Don Kent, his face is bleeding. Here's a mask of blood. He's coming into the ring now. Bearcat Brown unloads on him. Chris Gallagher goes down. Down goes Don Kent. Bearcat Brown going wild, swinging wild at Chris Gallagher and Don Kent. Jimmy Kent is at ringside. Jerry Vinson, the referee, having his hands full, trying to keep one man in and one man out on each team. Look at Bearcat go using that headbutt on Chris Gallagher. Gallagher is down. Don Kent comes in, kicking at Bearcat Brown at the back of the neck and the back of the head. Joey Rossi watching from the apron, ready to come in at an instant's notice. Bearcat goes up high. He gets up above Chris Gallagher, brings that big black leg down on top of Gallagher's head and puts him down hard. What a fantastic match we've been having here this evening. The time limit is 15 minutes on this match. I hope that we have filmed enough to get the conclusion of it for you. Bearcat Brown with that drop over leg lock of his. A very famous hold that he uses so effectively. Chris Gallagher knows how effectively he uses it right now. Don Kent trying to slow things down, but Bearcat sets him up again. Let's watch it. Here he goes, up and over, and down he goes. The fans on their feet, they're going wild. A packed house here this evening, enjoying these matches. Joey Rossi comes in to put Don Kent down. Don Kent has been slowed down considerably by the blood in his eyes. Bearcat or Joey, one of the other, or maybe both of them, contributed to a gash on Don Kent's head. Blood has been pouring down his face ever since. He's been outside the ring as much as possible, but he made the mistake of getting in there now, and Bearcat Brown is well in command of the situation. The fans urging him on. Here he goes. He's setting Don Kent up. Jimmy Kent balancing himself on the ropes. Joey Rossi bouncing the ropes, drops Jimmy Kent onto the apron. Bearcat comes over on the leg of Don Kent. The tag is made. Joey Rossi coming into the ring, grabs Don Kent, drags him back to the center of the ring. Chris Gallagher coming in. Joey's ready for him, cuts him down with a right, hangs him up on the ropes. Jimmy Kent moving around the ring, looking for an opportunity to get in and do something, anything to help his team. Joey makes a tag. Bearcat coming in. Joey has got Don Kent set up for him. Bearcat comes in and takes charge. Let's watch it. We have had wild and furious action throughout this battle, and the fans want to see more. They like what they're seeing here this evening, because many of the fans here in this auditorium saw the match with Chris Gallagher and Joey Rossi on television when Don Kent and Jimmy Kent rushed to the ring and took advantage of him, beating him to a pulp. His face was a mask of blood before that match was concluded. Right now, Chris Gallagher going after Joey Rossi. Rossi puts him on the ropes. Look out, goes down from a shoulder block, drops low as Gallagher comes charging, goes up high, sets himself. He's got him in the sleeper hold. He's got it set. Don Kent coming in to break it up. Bearcat Brown in to 15 minutes has been sounded. That is the time limit that we had on our film. Our film has expired. We'll have to close it out. I wish we could bring you the end of this match. Maybe this is it right here, but our film is running out. Sterling Brewer signing off at ringside. We'll give you the results of this later. Ladies and gentlemen, Sterling Brewer once again reporting from the Birmingham City Auditorium, where an NWA Southeastern Tag Championship match is in progress. George Nick Goulas and Rufus R. Jones, holders of the belt and the title, have been challenged by the team of Bobby Main and Charlie Fulton under the management of Sir Clements. A wild and rough match we have had here. It's one fall, 1 hour time limit, so there's plenty of time for a decision on this. George Goulas, wearing an elastic bandage on his left arm, just took some punishment as Bobby Main came over the ropes to land on that arm as Charlie Fulton was holding it out for him. Rufus R. Jones has had the fans on the feet. Fantastic team, Rufus Jones and George Goulas, but they put the titles on the line, and I'll tell you what, they're in danger right now because these challengers, Fulton and Main, are nobody's pushover. They're rough and they're rugged, and they'll do anything to win that title. They want the title. They want the glory that goes with it. They want the money that goes with it. But here comes Rufus R. Jones into the ring. George Goulas and Rufus Jones will do all that they can to protect those titles. A wild match has been in progress all along. This capacity crowd here at the City Auditorium in Birmingham, Alabama, has been on their feet more than they've been in their chairs watching the action. I invite you to watch it right now as George Goulas pounds away at Bobby Fulton, I believe it is, Bobby Main it is, rather, and Charlie Fulton just hurled from the ring by Rufus R. Jones. Look at him stalking Main in the corner. He puts her right to the midsection, uses that headbutt of his so effectively, he puts Main on the mat. Now he turns his attention to Fulton. Fulton taking a pounding from Rufus R. Jones. George Goulas watching, ready to come in at instant's notice if it needs be. Now the tag is made. George Goulas coming into the ring. They're determined to defend these titles. Look out, there's blood on the face of Fulton. Apparently that headbutt from Rufus Jones opened a gash on Fulton's head. He is bleeding profusely. Up on the ropes goes Sir Steve Clement. He comes off of the ropes with that umbrella, hits George Goulas in the back of the head. He felled him like a tree going down. The bell is sounded. The referee, Bob Holland, has lifted the hand of Rufus R. Jones, signifying disqualification of Sir Steve Clement's team for outside interference. The fans go wild, cheering it. George Goulas on his feet. He's groggy, but he knows where Sir Clement is, and he's after him with that umbrella. Now he goes after Main. And Fulton taking a pounding in the corner from Rufus R. Jones. George Goulas going wild with that umbrella. He's after Fulton. He's after Main. He's after Clements. He's chasing him through the crowd. They head back toward the dressing room. The crowd is clearing out of the way. George Goulas going wild. Here comes Fulton, charging toward the dressing room, his face a mask of blood. George Goulas and Rufus R. Jones after him. They're out of camera range now. We're out of film, but the official decision was disqualification of the team of Main and Fulton by referee Bob Holland. Therefore, the title remains with George Nick Goulas and Rufus R. Jones, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. They're on the stage here now. Now we can pick them up just a little bit. We're just about out of film. Taking the cheers from the crowd. George Goulas walking this way. Congratulations, George. We're out of film, but I'll thank you and congratulate you. That's it for this off.